Welcome to the channel, everybody. Level M Diecast, bringing you some very cool action today. Hopefully you like Porsches, because that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Nothing but Porsche. We're going to add a couple of recent additions into the mix as well. We'll figure out where to put these guys as we roll through. We have several cases we'll take a look at. Just random stuff, just kind of go over some stuff. We'll just do a little bit of an overview. Kicking it off, we do have our 911 GT3 Cup on the right, and then of course just the 911 GT3 RS on the left through here. A couple variations, couple different versions. Well, I guess I wouldn't say a couple different versions, but just some variations, some wheel variations, some wing color variations, things like that. Moving up all the way through here. Still have a couple of cars to kind of integrate into here. Of course, we have a couple Boxsters. And then, of course, we have that nice Majorette. I believe this is a 964. 924. My apologies. Moving up through there, we do have some Boxsters up there as well. Hot Wheels, Maesto. Hot Wheels makes a terrible casting of the Boxster, by the way. Nice real toy with a hard top on it. Looks pretty good. Of course, moving into the Carrera GT. Not a great casting from Hot Wheels again. Some Porsche branded stuff. Obviously, those are Volkswagen transporter vans. Some more Carreras, and of course the 944s. Now, I don't have all the 944s, that's for sure, but I have a few of them. Moving through, do have some of the Panamera. These are Majorette Panameras. They are all different. There are no duplicates in there. There's two different eras of Panamera. Majorette did the original Panamera, and then of course the newest Panamera as well. Moving into Hot Wheels. That is the nice Panamera right there in the white and gray. The ugly one with the wing up here is just a terrible casting. Moving into the 356, that is a Schuko there at the top. We do have the 911 on the left. That is a Maesto with a Siku underneath. Another Maesto 356 Speedster. And of course Hot Wheels Speedster. You see the difference in detail. Then moving through just some basic versions. And of course, we have the 914 Rally from Hot Wheels. That one is pretty difficult to get. This one came in a multi-pack, if I remember correctly. But I really like this one. Looks pretty good. Base Dietz 914-6. A couple other versions down here. Try to get that to focus a little bit for you. There we go. Then, of course, the GT3, the newest one, there is the Speed Machines GT3. That spot is reserved for the Chase. It's going to happen. It's going to happen someday. Definitely going to happen. Moving through to the Cayenne Turbo. Those are from Majorette. And then, of course, there is the 911, I think it's the 911 Turbo Hot Wheels, which we do have one of those. Just picked this up. This is the first edition in silver. Does have the plastic wing in the back. So it looks like it might be a GT2, not the Turbo. So 911 GT2. So throw him up there. Add him to the mix. Looking pretty good. A couple more on the left side here. This is a Majorette right there. That is the 100% Hot Wheels casting. Both of those are. I don't have the... There's a red one that I don't have. Moving through here. Oh, I'm sorry. This one's the Tomica, and that one's the Majorette. So then we're moving into Schuko. A couple Schukos down in there, looking pretty decent. I do have some Porsche chases just lined up around the perimeter here, all the way through here. And then, of course, no Porsches in the tarmacs because I just don't have any. Actually, I do have some. Couldn't tell you where they are. I'm pretty sure I have some Porsche tarmacs, though. I'll have to figure out where I put those. Interesting. All right, moving on from there. We have a couple cases here. This particular case here, this is going to cover your 918 Spider from Hot Wheels through here. Then it moves into Schuko and Majorette. And then moving over, then we move into the 928, couple Tomicas. Hot Wheels, Blackwall, Real Rider, some off-brand. We got some Matchbox in there just for Mixing it up a little bit. Got a transformer right there. That is a transformer. That one is pretty cool. Of course, there is the final edition 928 in black. Some more off-brands. That is a Siku, that Nozart. That's a Siku. Moving into the 959, we have a ton of 959s. It's pretty much the whole rest of this case. Mixed up a little bit. Do have some off-brands, Matchbox in there as well. Burning key cars. Lots of different variations from Hot Wheels, because they've done tons and tons of 959s. A couple more off-brands. That's another transformer right there. So those are looking pretty fancy. Definitely like those. One of those is the original. One of those is the reproduction. That's the reproduction. Those are originals. So it looks pretty good. And then, of course, I have that one. That one's pretty nice as well. And then, of course, the GT3 RS, the newest GT3 RS. A few of those. I think I have all of those. I do have the ID, but it's still boxed. So that one's in the box. Don't have a GT3 to add. But we do have a space in there. So we'll just take our Maesto Taken, which is not a great casting, and we'll just put it in an open spot. Moving down through here, 935s, a couple generations here. Those are 1/43rd scale. These guys right here. Transformer, again, looking pretty fancy. Getting down some take-ins. Some off-brand stuff, some Hong Kong-based stuff. Moving into the race cars, of course, you have your RWBs. Most of all of these are Schuko and Spark. Mostly Spark. Sparky. Some Hot Wheels in there. The 911 GT1. Bunch of different versions of those. That is a Corgi casting. That's silver 935. Then, of course, we moved into a ton of 917s. Of course, that blue one is a Hot Wheels. And then down here, we do have the 993. I do not have the Super of the 993, unfortunately, which is a bummer. But I have almost every other version except for the Boulevard yellow one, because that's just impossible. And then, of course, we move into good old slant nose. These ones are pretty good. Of course, Magnus Walker. Tons of Magnus Walkers. We do have a new Magnus Walker to add to that. Of course, the 930. Typical 911 Turbo. Couple of off-brand castings in there as well. Some Z-Toys and stuff. There's some Tomica. And then, of course, that ugly, ugly Carrera. That is a Corgi casting. So that one is super ugly. I actually have one of those right here, but I don't have space to put that one. But we will take our newest Magnus Walker. This is from the F case, I believe. There are the previous versions. There is the premium on the top. And then, of course, we did get red and blue with some offsetting wheels. There is the newest red one with, of course, offsetting wheels. We'll probably get the blue one as a recolor this year again with probably offsetting wheels. So nothing super fancy there. But moving up to the top, just some oddball stuff. Do have some supers up there. That is an Air 935. Original black walls. Mail in. And then, of course, there's some Speed Machines. Another super. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. This is also a new edition. I don't have anywhere to put this guy yet, though. That is the newest Carrera 2.7. So, unfortunately, I am maxed out. You guys already saw me crack that guy open, but that one looks pretty good. Oh, look at that. We do have one more spot. Doesn't really fit there, but we're going to put him there anyways. And then I do have one more case down here at the bottom. This is the rest of the majorettes. Covers all of your Take-ins, your 911s, the Carreras, the GT3s, all that good stuff like that. There's your Pink Pig. A couple different versions. Valiant 934s. Those are the old school 80s turbos with the super wide wheels on them. Looks pretty good. And then, of course, there's the Corgi casting 911s, kind of the bigger ones, a couple holiday ones as well. Schuco Porsche hauler, miscellaneous bigger stuff, couple micro machines. Oh, there we go. There's my tarmac 911s. I knew I had Porsches somewhere, or not 911s. Those are 930s, but you get the idea. Actually, the white one's a 930, the red one's a 993. I can't even keep up with all that stuff. I get roasted for that all the time. People are like, "Oh, I thought you were a Porsche guy." It's like, dude, there's too many numbers and too many acronyms to solve all that. Now, we got one more Porsche to add to the collection, which realistically was the only reason to do the entire video. Ka-ching! Super, super stoked. I did pick this up, bought it like most people are. I didn't get a deal on it. I didn't find it in the wild, but I got a good deal on it. I had to have it, and so we're going to add it to the collection now. So what we'll do is we'll just come over here and rip the card with one hand. There it is. Speed Machines Chase. Looking fantastic. Can't wait for this year. There's going to be even more Porsche chases this year, which would make it a little expensive, but still fun. So do like this, guys. So we'll put him up right where he needs to go. Boom. So there we go. There is the chase. Super happy I can add the chase. Looks really good with his counterpart. So appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We're going to roll out. Appreciate you next time on Level M. Peace.